Hello guys, and welcome to another Profiletree video. So in today's video we're going to be looking through how to create your own website. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. Creating a website can be a straightforward process. Now, thanks to a variety of user-friendly website builders, as well as the tools that are available today, whether you're looking to build a simple personal blog, a portfolio or business website, or even an online store, these tools can greatly help you get started with minimal technical knowledge. Now, I'll be discussing some of the popular options in order to create your website, like Wix, Squarespace, and if you want to go for a content management system as well, I'll take you through some of the themes that you can use from Envato Elements. Now, the steps to create a website. Number one is to always define your website's purpose. You have to make sure that you determine the primary goal of your website. This could be for business, for blogging, portfolio, e-commerce, or even any of the educational purposes. Number two is the most important one, is choosing that domain name. This is your website's address on the internet. So if you take us for example, which is Profiletree, we're www.profiletree.com, and this means that you want to choose a domain name that ties in well with your brand or business. You want to make sure it's short, simple, memorable, or if you're going to go for something long, at least make it memorable. Another example is Amazing Cars and Drives. So that's another internal one that we have, and that's one of our domains. That's easy and memorable. It is long, but it is an easy enough to remember type domain, so it's something that I'm not really too worried about. Now make sure it's easy to spell. If it's going to be something complex, then you may want to stick with something a little bit shorter, and that means that it can be easy to remember if someone searches up for your site or tries to remember your name. At least it's short. Now the third option there is to select a website builder or platform. Now choose a platform that fits your technical skill level and the needs of your website as well. Now consider factors like ease of use, customization options, and the budget. You have several different options there. Like I've mentioned before, you've got Wix, you've got Squarespace, and there are several different platforms that you can use as well, like Shopify for e-commerce. So you really do have to think about your website's purpose first before jumping into any of the website builders or platform. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit more complex or something a little bit more with animations or more tools, then it is best to go for a content management system platform like WordPress or Drupal. Now, these will be a little bit more complex in terms of website building, but they do offer up some plugins available to make sure that it extends the functionality of the platform itself. So this could be a website builder, this could be a e-commerce functionality or e-commerce plugin, and then the only one that really does that is WooCommerce. If you are wanting to create a website builder out of it as well, then it's best to use Elementor. So you have plenty of different choices in order to make your website builder suit your business. Number four then is to customize your website's design. There are several different options and templates to choose from in terms of customization. So be sure to get an idea of your website, use templates and customization tools that have been provided by the website builder to design that overall website. Now these normally include choosing layouts, colors, fonts, adding your logo, and even to the point where you're picking out how many pages you want. So there's a lot of customization that goes into website design. So when you are creating your website, or when you create your website, you have to go through a bunch of options and a bunch of tools in order to create that overall design that you're looking for. Next one is step 5, which is to add that content. So it's best to create and add relevant content. That includes your text, that includes your images, your videos, as well as any other media that you have. So ensure that your content is engaging as well as useful to your audience. Now, in terms of this as well, when you are adding your content, if you may get lost or you may get stuck, then you have the use of AI, which is artificial intelligence. And I'm sure you guys have heard of ChatGPT, Claude AI, Bard. Now, these tools will help create that overall content that you need, especially if you are stuck in development. So make sure that you utilize any artificial intelligence that you know in order to outcome and speed up the process of web development. Number 6 is coming up to the end really, which is when you optimize for SEO. You have to make sure that you implement basic SEO strategies to improve your website's visibility on search engines. This includes using relevant keywords, creating quality content, and ensuring your site is mobile friendly. Once you've ensured that everything is optimized for SEO, that means that gives your website a better chance of ranking on the search console. So that could be Google, that could be Bing, that could be Microsoft Edge. Just as long as I'm searching up your name, so we could take us for an example like Profiletree.com or Profiletree to be specific. If I search up Profiletree, I should expect Profiletree to be at the very top of the search console, or if not, at least ranking 3rd or 2nd place. So that's the sort of optimization I want to go for. Other SEO strategies prove that if you have your images, Google can't really read images, so the best way to do it is by adding alt text. Now, alt text is a placeholder to explain what that image is. So I can have a picture of a tree, for example, and I could be explaining that in alt text, and therefore Google will be able to read that for SEO, and that will overall improve your SEO strategies. Now, each of the platforms that we'll be going through, well, we'll take a look at Wix and Squarespace, but Wix itself has SEO tapped into the back end of the dashboard, and you're able to go through the different steps in order to optimize for SEO. So we'll look through this later on in the video, and this will ensure that your site, as well as it being SEO friendly, it'll also be mobile friendly. So you need to check through all of the optimization for SEO. Number 7 is to publish your website. So once you are satisfied with the design and content, make sure that you publish your website. Test it to make sure everything works as expected, and then publish. That's as simple as that. Then for number 8, you can promote and maintain your website. So once you have launched a site, make sure that you use and utilize your social media as well as digital marketing and networking to promote that brand new website of yours. Regularly update your site and keep it fresh with new content. So that pretty much are the steps in order to create your website. Now that we've got more of an understanding on this, we'll jump on a website builder just to showcase how easy it is to create a website. So when you are picking out a website builder, it's best to know what the pricing plan is, what sort of platforms can you use on this specific website builder. So this one in particular, you can use several ones. So if I just click create new site, I have the option to create a Wix Studio site, or I can select a Wix editor site. Now, ADI, Artificial Design Intelligence, is already built in with Wix Editor, so both platforms will more or less be good. If you do have more technical experience with using Wix, then I would recommend to use the Wix Studio, which is the brand new one. If you are new and you're still starting off, then I would recommend to use Wix Editor. So either or is fine to choose. Now I'm going to go ahead with Wix Studio, as I would say this has a lot more animation work, it has a lot more features with this platform. Now a little bit more insight on Wix itself. Wix is a drag and drop interface, so it allows you to easily place and move elements anywhere on your web pages, offering freedom in design without needing to know how to code. So no technical needs for coding, or of course having that background on web development. Now with the templates, you get offered a broad selection of over 500 designer-made templates. So that's Wix Studio as well as Wix Editor. Now these are all going to be fully customizable, so these templates cover a wide range of industries as well as the styles. Now just to mention ADI again, so for those who prefer a more guided approach, then that's where Wix ADI comes into place. This creates a personalized website by asking a series of questions about your needs and preferences. Now, the only reason why I'm not recommending to use Wix ADI is you can't get creative with your own website. Yes, you are creating your website, but the problem is it's too simplistic and it's probably not going to be everything that you need. And design-wise, I would say that it is very basic. So if you're looking for something like that, feel free to use ADI. If you're not, then keep following through with the video. Next, with Wix, you do have your SEO tools. So Wix provides built-in tools to help optimize your site for search engines, including the ability to edit meta tags. You have the ability to add alt text images and plenty more. You do have mobile optimization that ensures that your website is automatically optimized for mobile devices. And you do also have the app market. So this is where you can add additional functionalities. So we'll look into that more once we have opened up a project, but here is the Wix Studio one. I'll just showcase this one actually, and then I'll jump on to Wix Editor and showcase that as well. But this is Wix Studio. You have several different templates to choose from, or you can go for a wireframe if you don't want to go for a designer template. Now, this pretty much has everything that you need, from blank canvas to multi-purpose wireframe, one-page wireframe. You've got a CMS wireframe, landing page wireframe, advanced multi-purpose wireframe, e-commerce wireframe, advanced portfolio wireframe, services wireframe, and portfolio wireframe. So you're not low on the amount of choices that you can use on Wix itself. Now, in terms of the type, you do have e-commerce, portfolio, one-page, and company site. So do take a note of this as well. If you are going to be creating a website, you have to understand, are you going to be creating a e-commerce website, or are you going to be creating a non-e-commerce website? So that's why it's always best to define your website's purpose. You need to make sure that you have that primary goal set in mind for your actual site. So moving on, I'm going to go ahead and showcase the Wix editor. So this is the Wix editor here. I'll go ahead and open it up. Now it does have built-in AI. You can select to set up with AI or without. So for the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and set up without AI. Now, as I say, it is always best to use AI anyway, but just for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to go through what Wix is all about for creating your website. So this is where we can answer a couple of questions. What kind of website are we creating? We could say that we're creating an online store, portfolio, blog, consultant, technology company, restaurant, and so on. I am going to go ahead and select a blog type website, and I'm going to go ahead and select next. Now, this will give me the option to name the website. So for the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and just call it test and then select next. Now I do also have the option here to add a couple of items or functionalities onto my site. I will need the blog, I will need Instagram. This is all going to do with my social media, and I'm going to remove the chat. I do have options to add some forms. I can add an online store, I can add bookings, events, and so on. So several different options in terms of functionalities from the app market. But I'm just going to skip that for the meantime. So this is the option where we can use the template builder, or we can go ahead and just create a custom built site. My recommendation when you are using a website builder is utilize all the tools that they have, and that means going ahead with the template. So jump on here, begin with a template, see what they have as well, see if it best ties onto your business design or the sort of vision that you had for your website. It's always best to check these through anyway. You never know if you're going to find a suitable template for your business. So If I take a look here, you can see that they have personal blog, travel blog, design blog, and podcast, personal blog, and so on. So several different options in terms of blog. And since I did select a blog, this gives me a variety of options in terms of what type of blog am I going to be. Am I going to be a travel blog? Am I going to be a design blog? Am I going to be a personal blog? So a load of different options to choose from, and I even have up to at least 6 pages worth of different blog templates. Now, if I am going to compare this to Wix Studio itself, I can still choose an industry that best suits a blog. So if I select the type and I go for a portfolio site, I would say that this is mainly there. You can see the differences in the design between Wix Studio and Wix Editor. So do decide what to go for when you are going to be creating your website. So I'm going to jump back on here and I'm going to go ahead and select on something simplistic. I will go for, let's just say we'll go back to 5, and I am going to go for this website here. So if you want to go ahead and have a preview of the site, you can do so by selecting View. Same occurs for Editor and for Studio. They're both the same thing. So this is where you can have an overview whether you're going to like the website or not. So this is where you can create your website on. You can see there's a bunch of different blogs and a contact me. Now, if I compare that with the Studio itself, it's a little bit different, works a little bit differently. You can see, I would say the styling of Wix Studio is a little bit more modern. It's up to date in comparison with what the other platform has to offer, which is Wix Editor. You can see how the animations just flow really, really well. So those are your different options. You can go ahead and select Edit Template. It is very, very simple to edit a site like this. So just click on Edit Site. This is what the editor will look like. I'll do just a comparison between the two, and then I'll show you guys another platform that you can use as well. So this is what it looks like when you have logged in to the editor side. It even gives you a little bit of a tutorial on how to use it. So on our left side are some of the tools that we'll be using, like add elements, add section, pages and menu, site design, and so on. So these are all functionalities in order to get us to design this website. Now, in order to actually customize and make changes to the site itself, how we would do this is you would go to add elements. You can go ahead and add some of these sections in. Just a little bit slow since this is online and I am currently recording. So let's see if we can just get this to work with us. So just close this off for a wee minute. So that element section there, you can go ahead and add sections as well, and these are going to be design sections. There is also the option of an AI creator, and this enables you to create your own type of section that you want. Are you going to go for an about section? Are you going to go for a welcome, services, contact, team, promotion, so on? And you can actually describe what it should include. There's an example here saying variety of yoga styles, expert instruction, small classes in New York. So that's just a little bit of information on what you can add onto this. So there are a lot of things that you could use with Wix itself. They have integrated quite a bit and quite a bit of useful features in order to create your website design. Now, if you are going to be using Wix Studio, the same is pretty much there. It's the same application. You do have the mixture of AI, but in terms of this one, you do have responsive design. So maybe that's something you should cater in when you are developing a site. So that's pretty much what Wix is all about. Now, just to showcase this, there is another platform called Squarespace. Now, with Squarespace, I would say that this is another ideal platform to work on. I would say it has design forward templates like you can see here. Now, Squarespace is renowned for its high quality, visually stunning templates that are also highly customizable. Now, these templates are particularly well suited for creative professionals like photographers, artists, and designers. So something to take into account when you are building a site. You do have built-in marketing tools as well, so that includes email campaigns, social media integration, SEO tools to help promote your website. You've got e-commerce functionality as well, so robust e-commerce capabilities are built into Squarespace, and that makes it easy to create an online store. Now, complete with product listings, a shopping cart, and secure checkout. You do also get that blogging platform. It offers a strong blogging platform with features like multi author functionality, schedule posts, and social sharing. You do also have analytics, so provides detailed analytics to track the website's performance, visitor demographics, and behavior. So this is another shout as well if you are going to be working on a website. If you're looking for something a little bit more technical, then I would recommend to use WordPress. Now you can choose anything with Envato Elements. Now, I did say WordPress. WordPress has integration for downloading templates. You can download plugins, anything that you really need to increase the functionality of the website platform itself. So you can go on Envato Elements, you can pick out a template, HTML5 template or just a HTML template. And this makes it so if you're not happy with some of the templates that WordPress provides, then you can jump on this, pick out something that you like, apply it onto the WordPress platform, and then build your site from there using one of their themes. So you have Envato, they have a list of different ones there. So there's business. I can go ahead and search up for, let's see, fashion. Go for fashion. So anything that you search up in web templates, it will come up. You can see that they've got 451 fashion web templates. So you'll not run out of options when you are looking for a theme. So another platform to look at when you are going to be creating a website more for the technical side of things. But guys, that pretty much reaches the end of the video on how you would create your website. Now feel free to use any other website builders. These are almost like a little taster on some of the platforms that are available on the internet. So feel free to check them out. Feel free to even use some of the AI website builders as well, if that'll make your life a little bit easier on creating a website. The choice is yours for the overall web development. Now, if you found this video helpful, let us know in the comments section below. We'd like to know what you think. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.